Hi, I'm Audrey Mirth, and if you've ever interacted with Kate Shanaman, you know that you have been in the presence of someone truly exquisite. Indeed, Kate continues to dazzle us every day with her highly fashionable tote bags and love for the frog species. But more than this, Kate is the epitome of warm. Unless, of course, you have made the mistake of siding with Jake in the Twilight Saga. She is a diamond in a rhinestone world, and if you couldn't deduce this from her generous and sincere way of life, then maybe you can deduce it from her care for others, including her dog, Ezzie May Leica Moshpit Doodlebob Obama Netflix Waffle Shanaman. Well, that was a mouthful, so without further delay, I give you the terribly kind Kate Helen Shanaman.
Not one summer has gone by where I did not injure myself on my family vacation in New Hampshire. Every summer, I had to visit urgent care to get stitched back together after cutting myself on a rock or getting hit by a battery-powered car. The summer before first grade, I received my most dramatic injury to date. It all began when my cousins Devin and Brady and my brother Aaron and I decided to go play in the lake. There were 3 inflatable toy jet skis that we all wanted, but 4 of us. So what were we to do? Argue over them, obviously. The result, the 2 oldest kids always got 2 of the jet skis, and the 2 youngest, myself being one of them, had to alternate ownership of the final jet ski. On this day, I unfortunately lost the bargaining to my cousin Brady and was left without a jet ski. This was normal. However, my sudden determination to steal one of these jet skis from my cousins or brother was new. I created a plan and swam out to the raft where they were sitting, clambered on, and saw my opportunity to strike. One of the jet skis was left unguarded. I suddenly jumped off of the raft and towards it. Unfortunately for me, my cousin Devin at this moment decided to kick the jet ski I was aiming for, and I effectively dove directly into the side of the raft, somehow cutting the area between my eye and eyebrow open while doing it. I was rushed to the ER, and after 5 stitches and a good amount of crying, my mom and I returned to the house. When we waddled into the kitchen, my grandmother, whom I call Grammy, gave me a little box she had gotten me and told me to open it. To my amazement and joy, the box contained gingerbread cookies decorated in all different outfits and colors from the most delectable cookie place in town. While I was unfortunately made to share these cookies with my cousins and brother, I stored one away in a plastic bag in my backpack, saving it for a rainy day. When it was time to leave, my gingerbread cookie traveled home with me, and I lovingly placed it in my bedside table drawer for safekeeping. The days began to pass, then the weeks, the months, and even the years. Eventually its head fell off, which I nibbled, I can't lie, and then a leg, but it persevered. Now 11 years after receiving this gingerbread cookie in that New Hampshire kitchen, it still sits in my room, reminding me of my Grammy and the injury that left a scar just below my right eyebrow. Somewhere along the way, I moved it to my memory box. This is a box that sits in the corner of my room, surrounded by piles of books. I began collecting items to put in this brown 8-inch tall box in the 7th grade, and since then have always referred to it as my memory box. In it went objects that remind me of memories, from boarding passes to notes from my friends, printed out emails from my grandparents, receipts from special dinners, and the list goes on and on. Within the memory box, I also keep a piece of bark from a stick that my brother chucked at me while on a walk in Arles, France in the summer of 2018. When I look at that little piece of bark, I can almost feel how the air felt in the south of France on that day, and if I focus hard enough, I can hear the music that was playing in the town square. As you can tell, I am an incredibly sentimental person. I keep things that I have no logical need for because they have meaning to me and only me. I refuse to throw any of the objects in my memory box away because they are physical reminders of what's important to me. Reminders of what my friends were like in middle school. Reminders of the way my grandfather signed off his emails by saying GPU and then in parentheses, Grand Parental Unit. Reminders of my last nutcracker before I stopped doing ballet. Maybe I'm biased, but I don't think that being sentimental and saving concrete memories is a bad thing. But I've recently realized that memories are more than objects. Memories leave marks, good or bad, on the soul forever. My saving of the gingerbread cookie is about the joy I felt with my cousins and brother in the water and the warmth and kindness my grandmother showed me. My saving of the bark is about how happy I was on that day and how it made me decide that I wanted to learn French. Neither are actually about the material objects. So eventually, 20 years down the road, the gingerbread cookie and the piece of bark may have disintegrated due to the time past, but these two objects and the memories associated with them will forever have left marks on my soul. So yes, keep that receipt, that note, and that drawing if they make you happy, but know that there are more to memories than objects. Memories have the power to change your soul, and you would not be the same without them. Embrace that. To my beautiful class of 2022, thank you for 10 years of wonderful memories. Every joke, every class, and every moment of our time together is etched onto my heart forever. Thank you.